Warning: this video is intended for audiences who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Alright, Tweet, you're still stuck in this multiverse universe.
I'm really trying to claw my way out, but fucking
Oh
like
boy!
Dante himself,
You need the Doctor Strange weird ring finger thing, right? You need that thing that where you turn your hand around, you click that little portal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right, right, and you need to escape the void, right? You can't be stuck in the void with all the other dead Fox property, except Blade. You can hang out with Blade, right?
Oh, man,
that's fine,
That's. Speaking of dead lost property, hey, there's a bunch of toys. Somebody spilled all their toys on the ground.
Boy, man, hey, so we talked about this. I don't know if we recorded talking about it or we talked, but we're talking about how like they released that episode 0 thing, and we're like, wow, that looks like a video game cutscene, right?
Right.
Not only did it look like a video game cutscene, that looked like it was expensive.
Right.
Right, for them to create and do, right? Compared to like typical Toei CG scenes where it was a one and done thing, but that looked like there was shading in that, there was lighting.
They hired some kind of graphics team.
Right, and we thought like, wow, they're just gonna start repeating that thing like in the beginning of every episode, right? Just use as a tag style, like, oh yeah. Right, I was like, so this episode opens up with that. But it is not that episode 0.
Right.
It is
it's just a live action version of it, which, to be fair, isn't done poorly. But why do the whole CGI one if you're just gonna do this?
Right. Like the worst was I'm watching. Like they got back all the suits from like previous seasons.
Well,
I don't know how many of these are actually CG.
I was going to say
versus how many.
Well, that's the funny thing, right? So if you actually look at it, so in the beginning, right, it's the suit, like it's certain suits, right, running around, getting set on fire, shit, blah blah blah, foam environment getting destroyed, and then when
they're fighting against Greece or something, they realize, oh fuck this.
And
right,
then when Tega Sword Red shows up, and like they cut to that aerial view of all of them, it then cuts from. There's like the 4 or 5 or whatever that are like giving him the spirit bomb energy, right? The rest of them, I am 90% certain, are just toys positioned and laid on top of a green screen. So it's like they did. They went back for some of the suits, and then they went. We could pay actors to lay and pretend and play dead in them, or like we could just prop them up or whatever with some dummies inside.
Yeah.
Or we could just go to a fucking go through somebody's vintage collection and throw a bunch of bunch of toys.
Hey, I'm really glad you brought this up. Right.
The thing that gave it away for me is that the light speed rescue Zord is in half, specifically as the combined toy, and it's like, oh, that's just a fucking that's just the toy. Like, they just put the toy there and fucking folded it up on a green screen, stacked them all up on top of each other.
I'm really glad you brought this up, right? So I will let you know that 90% of the Megazord feature in this graveyard scene are all the SMP, the Super Mini Plaw models, right?
Yeah.
So Super Mini Plaw is this line of Bandai that, so it's not the DX line, right? The one where it's big and clunky and makes sounds. This is the model kit Megazord line where you get you get you get a literal model kit, but these are way more functional, right? Because they're not restricted by
there's actual what do you call it? Not posturing.
Posability,
posability.
Yeah. Right. So so 90% of all so when you bring up the light speed, that is the SMP, the Super Mini Plaw model of the Lightspeed mix. I noticed that too. I was like, oh wait, hold on, wait. Half of these are just nearly everything that's being shown us are the SMP model of them. I was like, boy, man, this is brand integration at its finest,
I didn't catch that until literally I probably wouldn't have looked as discerningly if they didn't show that one in half, because it's just a pair of legs with a goddamn I don't even remember what the. I know that there's a fire truck and an ambulance and a jet copter thing. I don't remember what the blue ones was, but it's got little laser tops. So it just looks like a fucking. So it looks like a car with legs. It looks like an 18-wheeler with fucking big ass legs.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, no, yeah. Nearly all these, like they didn't even get like they had like any. All right, and you guys to start laying down so we get like aerial photos of you.
Yeah.
So that when we composite this later. No, they just straight up got like I think everything being represented in this toy graveyard scene is the actual just the toy because they're
Well,
like
then they cut to it unless the I'm just gonna call it Tega Sword because I don't want to fucking deal with that fucking name. The Tega Sword like kit is already out and like I'm sure they have prototypes already, but like this shot when he's just like standing with his finger up because Grandma used to say had a saying is just that actually looks like a bunch of suits just like laid out.
Oh yeah, no, but majority, but they do like the big group shot, like 90% of those.
When they just lay
suits,
everything
right?
out,
like anything that isn't moving in this scene, it's a literal toy.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it, we can't get all. There's too much. We don't have enough space to put all these suits. Get all these suit actors around. But like anyone that isn't moving is a suit. But yeah, I just think it's real funny that they made that CGI fucking episode 0 just like fuck it, nope.
We can deal with that later.
Yeah, right. But hey, Tariq, so hey, you're still stuck with me, or at least, you're still stuck. You know, the portal will open up in like an hour or something.
I've truly
and then
made
you'll
a
be free.
Faustian bargain with Dormammu, and I cannot get out. I've come to make a deal, and I keep trying to make a deal, and it keeps sending me back.
All right, but hey, it is #1 Sentai Gozyuger. This is episode 1, Savior #1. Right? But yeah, hey, look, so I am still confused on what the fuck is going on with the actual Gozyuger storyline. So the way this always makes it like there was literal Dormammu, right? He came right, and then every Sentai mech had to fight the devil, right?
Yeah, it is. So the unfortunate thing for me, right, which is, I say this ironically, the unfortunate thing for me is I did watch the end of Boom Booger, so it feels like this opens on, and that's why you don't go off to space, kids, because you're gonna immediately start an interdimensional war, and you're gonna lose. Like, it seems like the Boom Boogers flew off into space, they went to go do their little fucking Grand Prix, and they fucking started a goddamn multiverse apocalypse.
Oh yeah, they won the race against the devil, and the devil's like, "Hey, I don't like that."
Yeah, like it seems like that's the closest level of like coherency I can get from that.
Also, boy, hey look, speaking of the devil, there's strong Christian imagery, when the Tanga sword just fucking carries the Bundor makes. I was like, hey,
I mean,
all right, what's with this weird Christian imagery going on?
The Tega sword died for our sins, okay?
But yeah, so the problem is, right, this doesn't really explain anything about the premise of the show. It's not like with Gokaiger, where every episode they literally open up with hey, there was a giant fucking war, and then every ranger just gave up their powers, and that's how we got all these stupid little plastic ranger keys things that we're never gonna stop releasing products for since 2013, right? So this creates the ring.
Yeah.
Right, and then so are the Megazords just sitting in this graveyard with the sword, with the Tanga sword? Just
I guess. So what? I mean, maybe it's that the rings are made from all the dead Zords, right? Maybe that's
right.
Because
it's still really fucking confusing on what the fuck is going on. But hey, we open up with our main red Sentai of the season.
Kuwagata Oger.
Tano.
No, the main Red Ranger. No, this is the other guy with the glasses.
Oh yeah,
because technically speaking, he transforms into a Red Ranger first. We're already starting with the fucking confusion. That's fucking insane.
Man. So Trick, you always do not know. I don't think you recognize who this is, right?
I do. Again, he went to space. He fucked up, and now he's working at a computer store.
So that's the thing, right? So we talked about it in our episode 0, but they have not released they were not promoting any of this shit, right?
Yeah.
So when this episode started, I was like, wait a minute. Is this not fucking Taya? What the fuck is going on?
It's Tyre.
Right?
It's Tyre. Say his name right. Say his name like the good Lord intended to. Speak American. It's Tyre.
Right? I was like so confused when I saw his actor. Like, What the fuck is going on?
So-
So this was not advertised at any
Well,
point.
yeah, I'm sure.
It-
That's the thing, is I feel like now the running theory is going to be that they're going to call back other Red Rangers to reprise
Or just
roles,
past that.
but they're going to
Yeah,
reprise
but they're just,
roles
but,
of
but,
different...
but they're not pulling a ZO. They're not
gonna
pulling a
reprise.
Decade.
They're gonna reprise roles as different teams, because that way it...
Yeah, or just play completely new character. Like they're only gonna be here for cameo appearance, and that's
Yeah,
it.
well, it's
Right?
gonna
They're
be a
not
cameo.
even like.
Well, it's gonna be a cameo for the actor, but then the cameo for the suit will be of a Red Ranger from a different team than the one that they were on. Right? That's how I
Yeah.
feel it's gonna be. Which is...
Yeah, no,
it's just
that's
funny,
for
cute. Okay,
everyone
whatever.
is running for.
You know,
right now.
They're doing a bit. Okay, I get it. I'm just surprised that, like, I watched this video of a Japanese man get sausage juice squirted in his eyes, and it didn't flag any of the goddamn state adult, like, content rules. I'm surprised this fucking went through the streaming.
All right. Hey, look. Hey. Also, hey. I like how he kicked the guy with the knife towards a bunch of people.
He took-
You know, I feel like
Look, hold on, wait. Does he drop the knife after he gets squirted with his sausage?
no. He's holding the knife the entire time. You know,
yeah, he is.
right?
Okay, wait, hold on. He's flailing wildly. He grabs his knife hand.
Yeah, he bites him.
He
You know,
bites it. Okay,
right?
he does drop. He
Then he
drops,
kicks it
he
towards
drops
the
the
people.
knife after he. Oh no, never mind. He is still holding the knife when he kicks it.
He holds
Yep,
right,
okay.
and then the guy moves up with the knife before he knocks down again. But I was like, oh man, yeah, hey, that just seems like a reasonable thing to get for. Hey, look, I don't know how Japan does their robbery. Like, what's their policy on a robbery?
I mean,
you know,
I would assume
right?
it's pretty similar to the U.S.'s, where it's like, listen, just
Hey, just let them go.
let
Hey,
them go
yeah, just
and
let them
call
go.
the police. Don't take the actions into your own hand and risk the lives of yourself.
Yeah, hey, that's how we get sued.
Right.
You know, that's how, right? You know, right? Look, if a customer wants to intervene, that's them. Now, look, that's not our liability, you know, right? But we as employees, hey, just let them do it, you know. Look. There's a reason why there's a lot of videos of people just walking out of Home Depot and Lowe's with toolkits, you know, right?
Did I ever tell you the time that I saw someone like run out of the Target across from MC with like a full ass like I don't know, appliance, like a fucking like, not rice cooker, but like it might have been like a fucking air fryer or something, or some kind of like crock pot shit, and I was just like, that's fucking crazy. Like they just did it, and it was like, I was there and I was watching it, and then I looked over and I saw a Target employee like look at it, and he was just like,
Look! That guy forgot he signed up to bring something to a party. He's like, boy, I was joking when I said I was gonna bring a 4-layer lasagna. You know, right? I only know how to do 3 layers lasagna. You know, right?
Yeah.
But I need a 4th layer cheese now. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, hey, he gets fired from 7-Eleven.
Yep.
You know, Tono, Hori.
Yeah, apparently Tono.
Hoiru.
Hoiru Tono. Yeah. Apparently he has a penchant for losing his job. That sucks.
Yeah, because but then he realized he needs to pay people back. He is also haunted by ghosts.
Hey, man, the thing chanting number 1, I would have thought that I was going fucking insane. I wouldn't be like, oh, I mean, to be fair, he does ignore it for the most part.
Yeah,
but it's
he's like, man, these ghosts do not help me pay rent.
Yeah.
You know, right?
Maybe he shouldn't have spent so much money on his big dumb fucking chain. Jesus fucking Christ! I hate
this.
It's like a bike chain. It's like a bike chain. What the fuck? I get that. I think they're trying to go for some like
this necklace.
I think they're trying to go for like a dog collar motif because he's a wolf, but like fuck off. This is so gaudy.
This is so he is right. He wants to make his entire bit. I'm just by myself.
He
I'm
looks
just
like
alone. But hey,
he got a chain from Lil Wayne. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, it looks really fucking dumb. His stupid fucking. The worst one, this is not like a chain, but like a symbol or like some weird fancy.
It's like a fucking. It has like a name tag, like he's a fucking dog. Like it's what the fuck are you talking about? Like what is this? Why would you do this?
Like, is it even a name tag? It just looks like a block of silver.
I mean,
right?
it looks like the plate of metal that would have like you would do like an engraved name on, like, but it's such a long fucking necklace, like it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah, it's so obnoxious. Also, his
his landlord. I think it's just his landlady, like the person who owns the building that he lives at.
Yeah, fucking works at a cowboy store. I think that's insane. I think that's great. I love that.
Yeah.
What a fucking random set piece.
Hey,
right?
All I've got to say is at least it's an actual physical fucking set piece. If this was another show where people were walking down goddamn CGI, like, if there's one thing that I've been really upset with Gav, it's the fact that they are starting to lean on the fucking King Oger, like, set piece of green screen land for all the stuff with the Stomach family, and it's like
look, that's the only way you can feel the show that outerworldly, you know.
Clearly not, because they've done it before and they didn't have to do that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just think it's funny how there's just like this fucking cowboy saloon that he lives in. And I was like, man, what the fuck does this? Right? I don't understand, but what is the? Is this just here for the aesthetic? Like there was like no actual story reason.
It also says
it's like in Geo, right? Where
I don't know if it's supposed to.
I was about to say Shoma, Shogo.
What are you? Wait,
right?
Which thing are you talking about?
Zio. Fuck. Was it Shogo? Right?
Yeah.
Right? It's like, but he lives in a clock house.
Where
it makes sense for the lore.
Where his uncle's like a fucking watch repairman.
Yeah, right. That makes sense for a lore reason, you know.
Well,
right? But
it's Cafe Half Century because this is the 50th anniversary, even though it's not the 50th anniversary.
Is that it? Is that really just it?
I think that's all it is. Now, mind you, I don't really know which half century they're talking about because, based on the design, it would make me think, like you said, cowboy saloon. So we're talking like, I don't know, 1850s. But there's a fucking jukebox in there, so maybe it's 1950s. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah. But hey, look, he meets up. He meets up with his Yakuza member gang.
The delinquent kids from down the street are mad, and they decide to go with our favorite thing from Kamen Rider, gang tactics. Literally, actual gang tactics. Day one.
They stop him from getting. They stop him from getting to his job interview.
I mean,
you know, right?
Look, man, it's funny. Hey, look, you know, he's just living in the Japanese equivalent of Baltimore, I guess. It's just you can't go down a street with you can't walk down the street without catching some strays.
Right. Also, hey, so I don't understand, boys. So the number one world, right? So like I said, we watched the episodes. I was not expecting them to live like this weird fifth dimensional society.
Yeah, in a goddamn like Gundam space colony.
Right, and then apparently they built their base on like top of the Megazord graveyard. Is what is implied.
I don't
what is going on,
really.
right?
I'll be honest. I'm not really sure what the connection, what the connection is between fucking Fire Candle getting sent out and what wrecking shit on Earth and him going around wrecking shit on Earth has to do with the fucking toy graveyard, I guess.
Right, look. He said, look. This is what the universes that they created. I was like, all right. So are these people gods?
Yeah.
Is that what this? Right? Are they just gods playing with their little fake terrarium society? You know.
I guess, and then all of a sudden the ants fought back. This is Ants 2. We have guns.
Right, but yeah. So yeah. Also, hey. So usually in tokusatsu, you know, when the monster attack, they just attack the empty warehouse district.
Yeah, no. We started right off with the Super Size Me version, and it is a full-on terrorist attack. I watched this shit happen, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this look like it must be nice to live in a country where you're not having constant infrastructural like mass casualty disasters, because this is the fact that this is like, what if this happened? It's like, this is happening way too often. A fucking helicopter flew into a goddamn plane like 2-3 weeks ago, and they're cutting entire skyscrapers in half with a flame sword.
Yeah, it is. Right, there's a scene, right? I think it's like the 8:40 mark where he shoots a flamethrower.
Yeah,
right.
he
And
shoots a
at first,
flamethrower directly at them, and it just blows them back. People were murdered.
No, not them, but you could see before it hits them.
Yeah.
Right, but there was like some civilians that were
absolutely.
In the...
There are fricasseed corpses all across this city. Like, people
Right,
are,
I was like,
people are either dead from rubble or dead from flames. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so don't worry. And don't worry. In the time of need, in the time of trouble, hey, look. That's when a hero will rise. So
a
look,
hero
it's
will
time for
only
our
show up
main
when,
character.
Our main character, not
the lone wolf. Right?
Yeah.
The one who fights for justice.
Yeah,
Kuwagata
Oger.
Right?
Kuwagata Oger is here.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. So I did not look at how the Sentai rings or wherever the fuck these things were, how these actually operate or what their little gimmick is. But hey, Tariq, this is just straight up ride watches, right?
Oh yeah, they're just decoder rings ride watches. Yeah. And then also
look. Ride watches have made Toei so much fucking. I don't know. So here's Tariq. Hey look. I'm not gonna judge people's toys, but I do not get ride watches, all right? I don't get their gimmick. Like, they just twist, and that's it?
I think there's gotta be some, like, fidget toy, like, level of, like, it's just satisfying. Is that what it's like?
Right? Is that why, right? I don't know. Because if you look at the Toei the toy datas, right? Ride watches are they have made so much fucking money on ride watches, they made so much money with ride watches to the point where they're actually still making ride watches.
Right, because they're updating it for the new riders now, yeah. Because
right, and I'm like every time I don't get it. Like I don't know, right? Is that like with the Ranger keys, like from Gokaiger, where I could see the broad appeal to the point where they could keep releasing this shit every year, But with Ride Watch, I was like, is this?
I think it's also because like it's like there's the sensation of like twisting it, and then there's also like, ooh, look, the image changed. Ooh, yay, there's my character. Oh, there's his face. Like that's exactly what they're doing with this, and they're building off of it with.
Oh yeah, look, Toei's like, hey, can we double dip with our little twisty gimmick?
The funny thing is the ring that whatever the fuck his
Natsume,
like it not only is it literally just a ride watch, but when you look at it like as he's twisting around, it is basically just a watch. Like, it should be a watch. It's supposed to be a ring, but it should just be a watch. Like, it's designed
it has a dial on it, too. There's, like, a fucking dial. Like, it made you think, like, how early, like, how far did this get into toy concept before they realized, hey, before someone says, I don't think we can do ride watches. I don't think we can do watches again. Yeah. Right?
I don't know, give them some big, dumb gauntlet dagger thing. Then put the put the ring in that.
But yeah, hey, so hey, look, this is the big. So this was one of the big reveals, like that did not get revealed in the trailer in any of the promotional things.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, hey, look, all our characters can just straight up become Sentai.
Yeah, there's. I guess. Hey, do you want to buy the gold dumb palm dagger, or do you want to buy the silver palm dagger?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah, so people were wondering, like, what the fuck is the deal with the silver? People thought these were the monsters of the week that were using it, but nope, just a random character. Also, hey, this transformation is obnoxious. Hey, look, I understand you gotta make it cool and showy for the kids, but holy fuck, hey, I don't understand what the fuck is this weird bop it situation.
Look,
like,
I don't know. I mean, you say that, and again, I've been dragged through fucking glass through enough of these to be like, they just keep doing it, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. There was a whole ass goddamn pirate in Gokaiser that did or not Gokaiser, fucking Zenkaiser, where he was just Tsukai did like a whole fucking like.
Yeah, but he's a flamboyant pirate, right?
Mean,
he's here to put on a show.
That's what everybody else is gonna have to do now, I guess. Is they got to do their little clap your hands, everybody. Dance around and clap your hands.
Right.
Look,
but
you're
like,
only one step away from having Power Rangers have to transform by doing the goddamn Cotton Eye Joe. Like, I don't know, man. This is why I opted out of this life and I stuck to Kamen Rider. The minute Kamen Riders start having to dance to fucking transform, I'm gonna have some real issues.
Wow, man, boy, man, I don't know if you can say that, but we had a season where the main characters all were in a fucking dance game, you know, right?
I mean, sure, but I wouldn't consider that the same thing.
I mean, but they didn't use the dancing to like it wasn't part of their henshin, process,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. But so he does this thing with his cape on his shoulder. By the way, that is a thing that they never did in King Order.
I was about to say, I didn't remember that being a thing.
Yeah, this is just straight a new power set that they gave him. I was like, oh, huh, okay.
I wonder if that's gonna be a thing because of the Tega sword, or if it's. I have to say, Gozyuger is such a hard word to say. But Tega sword is such a hard word to say because I keep wanting to say Tenga sword, and Tenga is a brand of, let's say, personal massage toys, directed mainly for men, and I don't want to call this that. I don't want this to be that.
All right, but yeah, I guess so. He gets transformed. So he gets transformed only into the Ranger suit, but he doesn't get. I guess they don't get the Rangers arsenal.
I guess,
right?
Sure.
Yeah, outside of the silver claw thing, and that's it.
I do think it's funny, actually, upon retrospect, that we are getting this Sentai series that is all about collecting the Red Rangers of various other Sentai shows, at the same time that we're getting the fucking Red Ranger isekai anime.
Yeah. But the Red doesn't use rings to transform, so it's fine,
I mean, that's true.
Right,
he does use a wristwatch that he puts Band-Aids or tech decks on. Where Molly and I have been going back and forth on whether or not it's a tech deck or a Band-Aid.
It's a Band-Aid. No, that's his whole gimmick.
Yeah, but it looks like a little tech deck.
I mean, it looks like a tech, but it's a Band-Aid.
I know in my heart of hearts that is what they're going for. I just can't stop looking at it and going, it's a tech deck with its wheels off. It's just like it's just they did it. They tried to do something and they didn't do enough to make it look Band-Aid like. So now it just kind of looks like a tech deck that lost its wheels.
Right. Yeah. So Hoiru.
Hoiru gets summoned into the fucking
graveyard, And by the way, hey, you would think after all these years, they would have started excavating this graveyard. Like, hey, you think they would Independence Day this?
Also, Okay, so he goes flying through, right?
Yeah.
By himself, right? And then magically floats down and lives. Doesn't die from fall damage. And then all of a sudden, all of the other little what do they call the minions? Bellhops? I don't remember what the fuck they're called.
Yeah, I don't know what these are called.
But they show up too, and it's like, okay, did you guys always have access? Because this is why it's weird if they built their facility on top of the Zord graveyard, then they could have just gone and gotten this ring at any point in time. Did they just think that? Did they just think that nobody was ever going to show up to it and they was safe so long as it was there?
I think the ring was just locked in place. Like, oh boy, you can't get this ring out until the person.
Clearly, the little minions weren't any more aware of it either, because they show up down there and then they immediately go, "Ooh, hey, stop it! I want this ring. It's ours!" And then puts it on and fucking dies immediately.
Yeah, look how big is this Zord graveyard? That they never bothered to inspect this area.
But also,
right?
why would that? The other thing is, what does? It seems like getting the ring is a completely separate task than showing up and causing 9/11 in the middle of Tokyo, right? I don't know why they're fucking destroying buildings and shit, melting steel beams with jet fuel, if they can just go downstairs and get the fucking ring. That's the big thing that they're worried about.
Right? That's like this weird big power. That's it. That's it. It is so they have not established what the fuck these rings, right? Like, what's the purpose of getting these rings? Is and what it does, right?
Yeah.
All right. Besides the fact that hey, we need these rings for destruction. For what? Right? They said that you need these rings for destruction. I was like, I feel like you guys are doing pretty fine without the rings.
Yeah,
Right?
you're destroying everything anyway. It's the core of the Tegasword. It causes destruction. I
Right,
don't see.
right. So, right, do you need it for more destruction? Right, but
Well,
it makes
they
no
keep
sense
saying
to
that
be
it will
destroyed
protect.
a planet with no
But then they keep
defense
saying
system,
it'll
right?
protect
It's like
two
after you
worlds.
patch Rayquaza,
Yeah.
right, and you go back to Route 2, and be like, all right, time to test out this Rayquaza. I'd be like, oh wow, this Rayquaza is fucking good.
Yeah.
But you don't take it to like an actual like scarable level of destruction for you to test out Rayquaza,
Yeah,
right?
and I don't really get why. Where. Okay, so they'll protect two worlds, because if they put the ring on, they want to put the ring on. I don't understand what. None of the goals are clear here. It feels like we are missing a bunch of fucking context to this, and I know I'm not gonna stick around to find out, but like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, but the Tega sword gives Horu the vision of like, hey, this is the point of the rings,
Yeah.
You gotta look,
You'll have
this
to
is how we
fight.
use the rings.
You'll have to fight hard and live a tough life, and then we learn his sad backstory, which is, I guess his mom, he and his mom were like homeless or something.
But once they cut to this whole fucking his flash, I was like, this is not fucking Earth, right? This is not the same fucking planet he was on. This is like some weird neo cyberpunk planet
I
he used
mean,
to live on.
I guess it could be. I don't know. Maybe he's in the fucking. Maybe it's in the nightclub district. I don't know. I will say, having your mother tell you to stop feeling emotions, smother your heart, that want for nothing, is a fucking crazy thing to tell a small child. That is a fucking insane.
Yeah, don't be happy. Don't be happy. Don't
you
want
ever
anything.
express any interest in anything? Don't ever say that you want anything. What? Wow, that's abuse. I'm calling the CPS. Like, what the fuck?
Right. Right. Yeah, I got the take. Hey, kid. Hey, whatever you want. I can grant it to you if you get the ring. He's like, nah, I don't want that.
I don't. Unfortunately, I have no ambitions because I'm mentally stunted from my abusive mother who abandoned me and turned
the sword's like,
turned to pixie dust.
Fuck.
Yeah, I didn't plan for that
it.
one. I didn't plan for a human that has an absolutely broken sense of internal drive.
Hey, you want to fight something instead?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Does that work?
You want to pay back that
Yeah,
guy
right.
who spent $2? Oh, but that's the thing I want to make a comment on. So, I was gonna say that he's going through this whole length over a $2.50 fucking friend favor, where it's like, I really feel like this is not. He literally said, we're even since you saved me from getting murdered by that knife guy. Please, you don't have to do anything. He's going all over this for what I would have said is $2.50 worth. But I realized the other night, watching something with Molly where they were talking about 100 million yen or whatever, and I did the recent currency rate, and it's way worse than fucking $2.50.
Oh no, it's really bad.
The yen
yen rate is
so free
bad.
falling, and this is doing it for $1.50, $1.70. That is not enough money to make me go to another dimension with a robot zombie graveyard and fight for his this guy who already is showing that he's
look, he has no
capable.
ambition, right? He has no ambition. He might as well fight just to pay back this guy the $1.50, so he never has to hear the end of it from this guy.
Sure,
from his coworker.
I
right?
guess.
That is no longer his. If you think they're no longer, and I have to assume that these people, like most places where you work, you are not friends with your coworkers outside. You don't talk to your coworkers.
I don't know. His coworkers seem to find him pretty fucking fast and go, "Hey man."
Yeah, but I have to assume that he does not want why his coworker at the front like, oh, how'd you find me? You know, oh, did you look at the employee handbook? You know, right?
I mean, he
hey.
followed the sounds of a man getting his ass beat by 7 other dudes.
Right, but yeah. So the Tega sort of tells, hey, all right, hey, you have to fight all the other red Sentai Rangers now, or something.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fight a bunch of people. I will say, here's the real thing that's fucking ridiculous, right? So, he flips over the fucking stupid hand gauntlet blade. We talked about this already before with the goddamn thing. It's the transformation device and the Zord. Okay, whatever. But it's also not the Zord, because there's the Zord, and then there's still the gauntlet that he gets to keep. So he just has a little action figure that he keeps inside.
Oh yeah, no, I fucking lost it when there was like a mini version of the Tega sword in the
thing.
What the fuck?
It's like he transformed the ship, the big claw ship that showed up. He transformed that, and then also transformed his claw. So now he's a claw inside of a claw, and now he's a robot inside of a robot. And he plays with his little action figure inside of the robot, and then he transforms into something other than his fucking ranger form. Like,
yeah, this is like this brand new outfit that shows like, what the fuck is this outfit? You know. Also, by the way, so watching this transformation sequence with the Tega sword, right? I realized like none of the other rings can do this gimmick, right? Because his henshin ring, right?
Yeah.
His ranger ring becomes the face front for the Tega sword. In their individual robot form, so right, but that does not work with like any of the other Sentai rings, right? Because the Sentai are just like a front dial, right? Well, I guess these rings are like Wizard's ring, right? Where there's like a flip, you can flip it like how in Wizard, they have their gem form,
right?
The pure gem. But if you flip the thing, it creates the mass, right? Yeah, so I was like, oh man, so wait, these Sentai rings are fucking worthless now. You can't even put like, right, you can't, like if there's Sentai rings where you can put like, you can flip it and it reveals like the Megazord face. Oh wait, that's fucking sick. Wait, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool toy integration.
Well, the funny thing is, what does the thing look like with the ring not put in? Like, what is that? What is the empty socket? I mean, I guess we see it when they do the transformation sequence, but it's like, there's an empty socket where the head would be for every ring. And I just think that's really funny, of like, just getting a little copy of your own little toy Zord, but it's just like, fucking headless, depending on if you lose the ring.
Right, I mean, that's why every ranger has like their own individual ring set, so that's why it's supposed to be there, right? It's like the other Rangers. But yeah, no, I fucking think it's hilarious how he has like a little toy version of his, right, he's in the big version of the Megazord. I was like, oh, that's
and then he gets
stupid.
transported to not a mind palace, but a mind boxing ring, which I don't really...
Oh boy, I don't know, boy, I'll let you, I fucking lost. I was like, I don't know what the fuck, I actually didn't know what the fuck is going on.
Then there's a cheer team on one side that we promise they're not Nazis. And then there's a cheer team.
Oh, wait a minute, it's just a high school.
I know what it is, but again, it's like, this is much like the Band-Aid situation, where it's like, I know that it's supposed to be a Band-Aid. I know this is supposed to be a high school team. I can't help the feeling that I'm looking at a bunch of Nazis. Maybe it's just because of what's going on in America.
I don't understand what the fuck. This sequence is absolutely unhinged. I do not understand what the fuck.
The music is borderline ripping off fucking goddamn Smash Bros. Like, this is everything is happening. It's insane. Why am I here?
Right? It's like, well, like it turns into like this weird fucking boxing match almost. I was like,
yeah.
I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
But then they're also fighting in the robots too.
Yeah, no, this entire sequence is extremely, and I did not understand the fuck this, right? So going back to how we talked, I assumed this was a Shaolin Showdown style type of show. This is a literal Shaolin Showdown. Like, they're actually declaring, hey, I challenge you to a Shaolin Showdown.
I challenge you to a fight, 1v1, Final Destination, no items, Fox only.
Right, this thing was so fucking this entire sequence was fucking unhinged as what was going when they were fighting in the Megazord.
And then he turns it back into a hand and slaps him around with just the master. Again, feels like we're really ripping off Smash Bros here. Turns into Master Hand and slaps him around as a fucking giant hand, and that's how he gets the win.
Yeah, look, he accepted defeat. You know, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, So hey, at this point, I was looking at the time frame of this episode. I realized, wait, does this Megazord just take up? There's like 3 minutes left of this episode, and we just spent all this on the Mega. I thought like, wow, were we actually gonna go through this entire episode without seeing him transform?
That is exactly what I thought. And then it turned out, no, we still have time to go after.
Yeah, there's still 3 minutes left.
Yeah,
you know,
let's go after.
You can do a lot.
Yeah, it might be against the Geneva Convention, but these enemies that haven't stopped fighting, we can still take them out. Like,
yeah, and then
oh
boy, and then look, as he transforms, we see a bunch of people around Japan who are reacting to this.
Apparently, their phones were their rings were set to vibrate.
Oh, when the master ring is turned on, you know, right? You know, it's like when your 3DS gets within range of another 3DS. You know? Right? Yeah. And you street pass with
all of a sudden there's a green blinking light, and you're like, whoa, who the fuck is...
Yeah, it's like, that's what's going on, you know?
There's one among us. We must make eye contact.
Right? But yeah, hey, I think this sequence, like, this is extremely rushed, right? Because there's, like, literally 3 minutes. Right? And so he just speeds right throughout this fight. There's an extremely cool sequence, right? Where he does, right? I think it's after he breaks
after they put the big goddamn stupid wedding bell on him, I guess, because again,
right? Yeah, he just beats the shit out of the
he
gold.
Pulls a full 16 hit combo in true again fighting game style, like Tekken, juggles him. Does a perfect combo, fucking flips him up in the air, and then he gets the goddamn windscreen.
Oh my god. Hey man, I'm really glad you brought up Tekken. Really, but I'm really glad you so someone tweeted to Harada that clip, and he says, wow, that's fucking cool.
I mean, again, I can't tell, there's so many fucking, thematic motifs that it seems like they're going with. There's rings. There's weddings. This is an anniversary season. Fighting games, competing.
There's a fighting game, you know, all of a sudden now.
Yeah. There's 5 different animals. I don't know. There's bells because wedding bells. That's why they're all little bell guys. Okay. What else can we fucking throw in there? Olds. It's an anniversary season, so people can turn into Olds season.
Yeah, hey, I want to tell you, there is now a campaign. You know, people are, hey, look. People are now trying to campaign, trying to see if they can what the fuck's his ranger form? Goju Wolf or the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? Hey, they're trying to see, hey, can we speedrun him to get him into as a DLC guest in Tekken now, you know, right? Is there still time? Are they, how many more season pass are they working on for this game?
Hey, Switch 2 is about to come out, okay, it's set for this year. I'm calling it now. Smash Bros, I don't know, whatever they're gonna call it. Smash Bros Ultimate Masters, some shit like that. Smash Bros Master Race, I don't know, whatever the fuck they're gonna call it. Hey, Red Ranger, put him in. Put in Goju Wolf.
Mm-hmm. So he finished off the GOAT, I guess the sub commander of the wedding bell group.
Yeah,
why not?
He kills the wedding guy.
Yeah,
guys.
So that's what I realized. Like I said, they do not have enough time. Say they only show 2 out of the 4 team members reacting to this. I think they're just gonna cut to all 4 of them having their own quirky,
well, don't worry. The
other
other 2,
quips.
Apparently the other 2 were already hanging out with each other when the call came in, and just fucking are in the background watching him fight against Kuwagata Oger.
Mm-hmm. Right. But yeah. But I like how hey, in the middle of the chaos of the city, you know, hey, Natsume, I think it's.
He's just back to playing his...
Hey, look, that's what the people need right now. They just need a guy to take out a guitar and be like, hey, don't worry, look, there might be a bunch of dead people, there might be a bunch of dead civilians,
even in the apocalypse, there will always be some guitar guy, some guitar fuck, sitting out there with an acoustic guitar in the middle of a field, hoping that somebody wants to stop by and hang out with him.
Right? Yeah, but he's like... So now we get to the grunts, I guess. It's the beginning of the theme of the show where he's gonna fight a bunch of people. He's gonna fight. Right, so I don't understand who is the enemy of the week now within the show. Right? Is it number 1? What the fuck is this? NO organization, number one world, Bryden, right? Is he fighting them, or is he fighting just random people that has the Sentai rings? You know, like there's like too many conflicts going on now all of a sudden, you know, right?
Yeah.
Because it looks like the people who have the Sentai rings are people, right? I mean, right, are just like actual people who are trying to use them for good, right?
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
but for some reason they feel compelled to fight against the other ones.
Right, and just and right. If you think about it, Horu is just being an asshole. Like, hey, you know that thing you've been using to do for good and to save people? Hey, give me that. Fuck you.
To be
Hey, you
fair,
don't deserve that. Hey,
Natsumi's the one that fucking throws hands first.
yeah, that is true. I mean, to be fair, you know, he doesn't deserve it. You know, right?
It's literally
Eh.
self-defense at this point. Like, he just sees him and he assumes that Hoiru is gonna take his fucking ring from him. He just gave him his 250 back.
Right, but yeah. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. Well, like I said, the purpose of the show is not explained carefully enough. Right, so I'm kind of at a loss of what is going on within this show. Who am I rooting for? You know, right? What side is actually the good guy side? You know,
Yeah, it doesn't
right?
help that
Like,
they're all a bunch of Red Rangers, so it's literally just the Spider-Man meme.
yeah. So yeah, there's too many opposing forces now. All of a sudden, that's going on.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah. But it's like next episode we're gonna get another Shaolin showdown. You know, right? Or at least the Rangers gonna team up at some point. You know, we're slowly introducing the teams. Right.
Yeah, we'll piece them together bit by bit.
Yeah. I mean, I'll piece them together. You don't have to worry about.
Yeah, good. Then I'm free. Never again.
Look, like I said, look, the portal will open within the next hour. You know, look, you can escape.
I'm running through it now.
Look, your universe, look, it's just like a Deadpool and Wolverine. Your universe is saved, you know, right? You saved it from Professor X's twin that, you know, that's never been brought up before at any point, you know? Right? Alright, that was the first episode. I do not think this is a good first episode, right? For this show, right?
Yeah.
Because this show is not. I assume this. I'm not sure because this is that advertised as a two-parter where you have to understand both parts to get the full story. Like if this was advertised as a two-parter, I would understand. But I feel like this is supposed to be a like the pilot like that starts off with like this is not going to start the show. Honestly, there's like too many weird opposing forces going on. You know, right? Like I don't understand the fuck these rings are not explained enough. Right, you know, right? Like you have to fight. Everyone has to fight each other for the rings now. All of a sudden, I don't understand what the fuck is number one world barbarian Barbara, right? What's their deal is, you know, right? There's actually too much going on right now, and it's showing. It is not doing a good job of setting up, right? Well, what the fuck is actually the main like what is the end goal? Right, like besides from being number one, right? Like, that's such a broad statement, you know. Like number one of what, you know, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, what are you being number one of? You know, right? Right.
Something.
Are you the number one guy that pays people back?
Number
you
one
know?
collector of rings.
Oh, is that what you're doing? You know, right? Yeah. I said, I think I feel like the show is extremely doing a lot, and they did not get enough time to properly explain what the fuck is going on within this first episode. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks for joining me. All right, I'll see you next year, I guess. You know, when look, the portal opens up once a year. You know, right?
God willing, it'll stay closed if I can help it.
All right. All right. Hey, that was the first episode of Gozyuger. I don't understand what the fuck is going on with the show. You know, right? There's a Twitter campaign or something now, I guess, where people are actively harassing Harada, right, to put Gozu Wolf into Tekken. Like, don't do that. He'll just make him want less to put Gozu Wolf in Tekken. You know, right? All right. That's it for this episode. Okay, thanks. Bye.